The Brothers of Liberty, here to remind you what true freedom is. Hello and welcome to Brothers of Liberty with the older brother Kelton,
and the younger brother Brian.
always reminding you what true freedom is.
And today,
go for it.
You're just gonna, take it away from me. Okay, whatever.
I'm the older brother, of course, that way.
Today we're actually going to be talking about who an oppressor is, according to James Madison University?
That is correct. This is actually what they're training their student employees on.
And to think that they now have to explain more what an oppressor is, it gets even further into just the insanity that we're dealing with. You're going to love hearing this one. So what are some of the things that make an oppressor according to James Madison University?
I missed the good old days where they just said anybody who was white was an oppressor, but now there's subcategories now. And this news article that I found actually came out in August, but I didn't see it till this past week. So people who are oppressed are women, children, people of color, non-Christian, lesbian, gay, bi, transgender, Jewish, the working class, overweight, and disabled. Hey, I didn't know that I fall into the oppressed category now.
I'm oppressed too, bro. 50 pounds overweight when I went to the doctor last week.
So let's see. So pretty much if you're a straight, white, Christian, upper middle class, 30 to 50-year-old, athletic build and able-bodied male, you're an oppressor. You're an oppressor and not oppressed.
They just keep changing the posts. So it's like, okay, so you can now be a white man, overweight, disabled, and be oppressed. Or you can be a pagan, not believe in Christianity. You can be a pagan. So the last people I would call oppressed are the Norse pagans, because those guys are just...
well, hey, they're shifting the narrative maybe. It's no longer the white, heavy-set rednecks anymore.
Yeah, all the white, heavy-set rednecks are no longer the oppressors.
Because they said,
they're fat.
Working class. I mean, those rednecks are not like the Democrats and collect a check.
So the fact of the matter is, they took half the people they were calling the oppressors off the list, because they're always saying, oh, it's the rednecks who are the racists and all that, and cause all the problems. And
well, this is one school, James Madison University, and that's what they're teaching their student employees anyway. And they also didn't want the employees to share the material after being trained, but then they outright and told the news outlet, yeah, this is what we're training.
But it's just so crazy, because college, university, all of that is not supposed to be telling you what to think. These schools of higher learning were created long ago to teach you how to think. The idea of the colleges came from the Greeks and the different schools that they had, and it was always about teaching, how to think, not what to think. Now it's like, no, we're going to teach you what to think, and this is what you need to think now. At least James Madison University has gone to the point of, this is oppression, this is what you have to believe.
No, that's what they're trying to teach a lot of elementary schools and middle and high schools too now, which is why there's always all that school board meetings and people saying, oh, your parents are domestic terrorists now.
But here's my thing. We're talking about oppression. We're talking about people being oppressed. But how really are you being oppressed is the question I have for those who say they're oppressed, or they're those who say people are oppressed. Where are you seeing the oppression?
They can never answer that. Or they say
They can't answer.
or they say the choice of job they have is a form of a systematic oppression. It's like, come on, a black guy was president. How oppressed can you be? Yes, there's racism in the world, and all sides of racism, not just the whites, not just the blacks. I mean, like the one comedian said, you want to see the racist group of people, go to India.
Oh God.
Because it's not just about the skin color. If you're a different class, a different family, the name alone could. And growing up in Miami, we seen the Cubans fighting the Puerto Ricans or the Jamaicans fighting the Haitians. I remember at our church, the one guy that used to come to our church, and he was Jamaican, and because this guy thought he was a Haitian, he literally dumped a thing of water on him.
Oh yes. Oh yes, I remember that. It's, you know, granted, around the world there is places still with oppression. India is one of the biggest places because of the caste system. But you don't see that here in the United States. What you see here in the United States, and the areas that they always talk about, oh, Peru oppression, are the same areas that are leftist controlled.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Chicago. Look how bad the crime rate is in Chicago. Let's see. Lori Lightfoot is a Democrat.
The last 79 years has been controlled by Democrats.
So, you know,
that goes to when George Floyd. Oh, you could tell that it's a Republican. There hasn't been a Republican mayor in yes, that's my kid.
the whole point
been a Republican mayor in Minneapolis since 1958.
And yet they want to cry oppression every time something happens. And I get it. There are a lot of areas that could use more funding. There are a lot of areas that, you know, could use a pick-me-up. But the problem is, it's first off the leaders, local, state, and then of course you get our long-term, you know, they turn it into a lifetime job, Pelosi and all them. How old are they and how long have they been going on? That's your real oppressors right there. They haven't done nothing for you. They've been doing, you know, they've been your representative for God knows how long. Pelosi's looking like the Crypt Keeper right now. Like, you obviously got to start looking at who really is the problem. It's not straight white Christian men. It's your representatives. It's the ones you've elected, and you keep electing because they promise stuff, and then they don't get what they promised.
Nope. Like when I did the Constitution thing on one of my videos, but when they wanted to abolish it, and it was like, yeah, you do realize that the average age of the people who wrote the Constitution was 42, and the average age is 63 in the Senate, and the House leadership of the Democrat Party average age is 72. But yet they don't want the old people to do it. They're older, 30 years older than the average age. Nancy Pelosi.
Exactly.
But remember, they you know, they never want to see the they always believe the Democrat, because I can guarantee in 2024 we could have Tim Scott and Nikki Haley or Candace Owen run, and then all of a sudden they'll be the face of white supremacy just because they're Republicans.
That's the main thing, is what they're trying to get at, is that Republicans are the oppressors. They're trying to pretty much put it out there like that. Republicans are the oppressors. That's the problem. And it's like, you do realize the Republicans were the same ones who were trying to fix a lot of the issues, you know, back in the 1800s when they came out right before the Civil War. And it's just like, so now they're the oppressor, and they come up with all these things of the Southern flip or whatever they call it.
No, it was never a Southern flip. It's called the Democrats who control the South went up north and let the Republicans start voting again. That's what they don't want to hear. That's what they never want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Was never no flip. But if they want to say it's a flip, here's some newsflash. As much as the Democrat controlled the South, not one Confederate statue was taken down. When Republicans controlled it, Confederate statues were taken down. Confederate flags was taken down. So again, who's the racist? You're saying it flipped. If it flipped, everything should have stayed up.
Mm-hmm.
It was the Republican legislatures that took them down.
Exactly.
Because the Republican didn't start controlling the South until after Bill Clinton was elected, which was 1992.
Exactly. And yet they want to sit there and say, oh, because Republicans didn't really want to take them down at first, that shows the racism and the oppression. And it's like, no, that is a part of our history. I mean, you can go to Rome and they've got a statue of Nero still up in Rome today.
Well, remember,
the guy who
these are the same protesters who decided to vandalize the 64th Massachusetts Regiment Memorial, which was the first black regiment in the United States.
Watch glory, people.
Remember, they're not the oppressors. We are. Oh wait, actually, like not anymore. At least according to James Madison. I wonder if I can get a scholarship now since I'm oppressed. At least at James Madison University. Yes, I'm oppressed. I'm overweight. I'm a working class.
Exactly. Working class, overweight. I'm completely oppressed.
Well, I say we had enough for today. We'll try to do more videos like this. We'll try to do some live because we want some interaction, not just between ourselves, because we could go on, and trust me, we have to hold back because we try to keep this under rated R and try to keep it for all age groups, even though it's not made for children. We try to keep it all age groups. If I may make a channel of our bloopers, and you'll definitely see that we are like the Hodge twins. We're just not black. I don't care if I'm not allowed to say that.
We also don't do a lot of the other reason we're not like the Hodge twins is, I don't go to the gym.
I gotta start going soon. My daughter will be 15 in 10 years, so I gotta. Guns and swords ain't gonna do it alone to scare people off.
Like I said, I'll come up there, a crazy white guy in a kilt scares them off.
Well, this has been another edition of the Brothers of Liberty. Like I said, hopefully every week, assuming a certain younger brother doesn't have any computer problems.
Technical issues.
His computers take after him. I think it's an INT error.
Okay.
He has words, but he can't say them, folks.
My older brother's keeping me under wraps. If you guys want to hear me cuss, I might make my own channel.
Oh, we'll definitely. We might have some uncensored videos. Put age restriction on them. But exactly. We also want to make sure that our opinions are known to everybody, so the high schoolers and the middle schoolers don't just have their liberal teachers listen to.
Exactly. That's the one thing. When they talk about oppression, I'm sorry, oppression of thought is the biggest form of oppression right now going on.
George Orwell said it best. Liberty means having to listen to something you don't want to hear. I'm paraphrasing it because I don't know the exact quote, but pretty much gotta love it. Read 1984, people. Read Animal Farm. You'll get an education. This is Brothers of Liberty with the older brother.
The younger brother. Oh, yeah. And that's our take on it.
Yep.
Let us know what you think, and like, comment, subscribe, and share.
And like I said, if you want us to cover any topics, Brothers of Liberty 76@gmail.com. We'll definitely cover your topics as well. And we're always on
Have
to
a good
remind you
one.
what true freedom is and ought to be.
Exactly.